How you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. And in 1818, Mary Shelley writes Frankenstein, or the modern Prometheus. And the novel depicts a doctor by the name of Victor Frankenstein and his effort to, I guess, conquer mortality by building a creature and granting it life through basically grave robbing. He built this creature using parts from other dead bodies scattered around, buried around the countryside. And he creates this creature, gives the creature life, doesn't give the creature a name. So we refer to it as the creature. I saw someone in a video about this game refer to the creature as Daryl, which is hilarious to me. But you know, we have taken, as humans, have taken to calling things we don't know monsters, and referring to them as monsters or inherently bad and all this, that, and the other. And Frankenstein's monster was no different, being that because of his size and all that, he was depicted as a monster or as an element of horror in numerous pieces of media throughout the years, from classic horror movies to other film to other video games. And one of the few instances where he wasn't was The Munsters, which was a sitcom where he was a bumbling oaf. Well, fast forward to about 1990, and Bandai partners up with our good friends Tose to create a video game based on Frankenstein's monster. And they incorrectly call the monster Frankenstein. No, Frankenstein didn't claim that monster, so you can't call that monster Frankenstein. They didn't have the same last name. But that's all besides the point. The game is solid enough though, so let's quit beating around the bush and have a conversation about it. Today, we're going to take a look at Frankenstein, The Monster Returns. Now, in this game, I'm going to refer to him as the creature. The creature, lightning strikes the tombstone of the creature's grave and resurrects the creature. And somehow the creature has these enhanced mental capabilities and knows mind control magic and all this other stuff. And the creature not only rises from the grave, but brings a whole bunch of monsters along with him, and begins to destroy a whole bunch of villages and kidnaps a girl in a village named Emily. This causes a young man in the village to set about defeating the creature and rescuing Emily. And so you go on this quest throughout. It starts out in your village, out to the countryside, to swamps and woods, and finally to a castle where the creature is holed up, to a dark dimension, and yeah. And it's by and large side scrolling, not a whole lot of platforming there, but there is some platforming. And throughout your quest, you're going to find a bunch of different creatures, from Medusa, the Gorgon, to a wolfman, to assorted fish creatures, to Frankenstein's monster himself. And boy, when you get to fight Frankenstein's monster, the creature, at the end of the game, it's kind of crazy. Because my man's goes from being regular size to being giant, naked, and just squatting and blowing fire at you. It's wild. But this game is standard fare. It's nothing particularly amazing or remarkable. It's okay. It's serviceable. Some of the hit detection could have used some work, but this is what Tose does. They get some things right, i.e. the cutscenes and some of the graphical elements in the game. They're good. A little boring for this particular type of game. Man, run of the mill for this particular type of game. But they work. They do all right. Hit detection is kind of wonky. The music is okay. And yeah, it's a standard little side-scrolling hack and slash game. One thing I will say about it is your jump kick, while it is remarkable that your character is jump kicking bats and swamp creatures and eventually Frankenstein's monster, man, that jump kick weak. Like, you would expect a jump kick to be kind of potent considering where you are in the world. Also, why is man's wearing like Simon Belmont armor out in these streets in the 1800s? Because the events of that book were in the 1800s. There's nothing medieval about it, but everything in this game says this is happening in medieval times. Huh? Anyway, standard game, nothing particularly special about it. It's serviceable enough. However, if you decide you want to get a copy of Frankenstein the Monster Returns, I need somebody to explain to me why this game costs well over $100, well over $120 for a loose cart. Somebody explain that to me, cause it don't make no earthly sense to me. This game, alright. Monster Party was a better game made by the same company that dealt with monsters and the supernatural and all that. And that you can get a copy of Monster Party for like $20. So that's my recommendation. Either get a repro of this or get a copy of Monster Party, cause spending over $100 for this game is alright. But nah, this game ain't worth no $120, $130, $140. I refuse. You hear me? But this has been the 8-Bit Animal. And I'll catch you beautiful people tomorrow. Tomorrow, presenting the scariest thing on the NES. No, it's not by Color Dreams. It's supposed to be scary.